Hey everybody, this is Daryl, aka The D from the Simply Incredible podcast, and today I'm giving a shout out video contest entry also to my good friend Fred Hall Direct Edition. Did I stutter his name? I think I did. Fred Hall Direct Edition. Awesome guy, does some great videos. He goes out, shows his haul videos, shows him going out to stores and stuff, and always throws in a shout out from his sponsor of the day, which I don't have a Chinese Darth Maul, but my video today is sponsored by Funko Darth Maul. This might actually be made in China now that I'm thinking. It is actually made in China. It is made in China. So does that count, Fred? Does that count? But, because I'm the D, I also have someone else to come in and do sponsoring the video as well, because a new TV show will be coming out very, very soon. And I'm a wrestling fan. Fred knows I'm a wrestling fan. So this is also being sponsored by The Miz and Mrs. Because The Miz is awesome. And this is from when he made, he's a shy guy, kind of an introvert, but I'll say it for him. This is when he headlined WrestleMania against John Cena with The Rock as the referee, and Miz got the win at WrestleMania versus John Cena. Just throwing it out there. The Miz, your maybe future champion again, because he needs another belt, man. He deserves it because he's the Miz and he's awesome. Okay, that just happened. Now, my good friend Fred, if you haven't checked out his channel, I will definitely have a link below. Awesome guy. One of the things I do love about his channel, not just the actual books he get, not just seeing where he goes, but I'd say the vast majority of them, he's got his kids with him. That to me is awesome, man. That is awesome. Being a great parent, and also, sharing your love of collecting and things with your family. That is awesome. I absolutely love that. Now, to the actual rules, you have to be 18. We all know that. I'm just barely. I know you can tell by my super beard here that I'm just barely 18. 46. I just turned 46 2 weeks ago. Now, rules of the game are: who is my favorite hero? Everybody knows the answer to this. Now, the funny thing was, I couldn't find one of my CGC books that had just a cover of Batman. Love my Batman. Batman and my detective. So I went with this issue. This is the first issue in the Hush run, which, gosh, I really hope they make an animated movie of this, because that run was spectacular. I just recently read it again, maybe a month and a half ago, the whole run, and gosh, love it. Absolutely love it. And I did just see they're doing another animated movie very soon. It's coming out. From what I'm hearing, they're changing stuff. Death of Superman, and they're changing things. The actual phrase I heard was drastically changing things. Don't drastically change it. You got beautiful books. Just, you can put those right up on the screen. It's awesome. Sorry, I went off on a tangent. I went way off on a tangent. And the reason I actually picked Batman is because I was actually going to pick Harley, because recently she's been a little bit more of a hero than a villain. But you know what? I got to show a Harley Quinn book anyway. I know it's only a 9.0. But I love it, love it, love it. And this right here, and I've said many times, this is where my love of Harley Quinn started. It was actually on the animated series. When I saw this episode of Mad Love, I was like, man, what an awesome character she is. And it's just like she just fell into the wrong place at the wrong time. Such a complex character as well. So I'm putting her hero and villain. So there you go. Maybe the anti-hero type of thing, but this is one of those books that I absolutely love. I don't care if it's a 9.0. I wouldn't care if it was a 5.0. I wouldn't care if it was a 9.8. I wouldn't care. I love this book. Love it. Okay. Next on my Harley Quinn rant is who is my favorite villain? Well, it's Harley at times, but kind of now she's more on the other side. So let's go with the Joker. And one of my favorite covers of all time. Love this cover. 9.8, great. To be honest with you, I thought it was going to be about a 9.4. But anyway, love this character. And I've always said if I could pick one book that was ever made and someone would be like, this is your book, you can have it, it would be Batman #1. And the reason I said Batman #1 over Detective Comics 27, first appearance of Joker. Also happens to be the first appearance of Catwoman. But because, I mean, that's a book to me that I would love to have. Just love. But yeah, that's way out of my pay grade there. way out of it. But Joker is definitely my favorite. And you know what? Let's go with the variant cover as well of Joker. This right here, Salvation Run. Neil Adams cover on here. Golly, this artwork is beautiful. And actually, when I bought it, I got it at a really good price. Then got it graded 9.6, pretty doggone good. And I'll be honest, I actually thought this was going to be a 9.8. That shows how good I grade. But this cover right here, again, Neil Adams artwork. I've actually never read the story. The run is actually really cheap if you get all the A covers. But if you get this cover right here, very hard to get. One of my friends was actually asking me about it, and I was like, yeah, I'm keeping it. But the price on that thing has skyrocketed recently as well. But again, irrelevant. Next, Fred Hall Direct Edition asks, when did I start collecting? Two different answers for that. I first started collecting, gosh, probably in the early 80s. I was in the hospital, and I was going to the, in the kids unit there, because I was having some work done on my legs. Actually, I was born with one kidney that didn't work, so my legs were crooked. I always do that when I say my legs are crooked. I don't know why. There's no reason for that. But yeah, they were actually straightening one of them out. So I'd go to the little room where they had like arts and crafts and different things for the kids to do, because it was a children's hospital. And they had a box of comic books. And the lady's like, would you like to read some? I'm like, sure, I would like to read some comic books. That seems pretty cool. And it's the first time I was ever really exposed to comics. I was probably like 11, like 10 years old. I think I was 10 years old at the time. And I start reading them and reading them. She goes, you're the only person that's ever even wanted to read them. And they ended up letting me have this box of comic books. It was all kinds of different stuff. Batman, Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, who else? Superman, Captain America. It was kind of that group. And I think I probably, when it's all said and done, ended up reading all of them. There's probably about 30 books in there. And that got me started. And ever since, not ever since, then for a few years I was in it, and then I kind of faded out of it. The whole time I was in baseball cards, because I love baseball. To this day, I love baseball. And so tons of baseball cards. And then the market just crashed on that. And back in about 2010, 11, 12, somewhere in that ballpark, I got back into the hobby and just been, head first in ever since. Absolutely love the artwork, because I love art. I would just go to an art museum and just look at stuff, because what else can you do in an art museum besides look at it? But just have a field day in there. I mean, to me, it doesn't even matter what kind of art it is. I love art. And to me, these right here are so much art, just works of art. And I know a lot of people goes, it's a comic book, it's not art. Like, then you don't know what art is. It's a painting. And that's what these things are. They're paintings. It's artwork. And they're like, oh, you're crazy. I'm like, you're crazy. But again, me with my world-renowned, long-winded answers. And last but not least, one of the things I love about Fred is community guy. He goes to other people's channels, checks them out. Awesome guy. And he said, shout out to some of my channels that I love watching. It can be anywhere from like 2 viewers. They can have thousands of viewers. But I picked a few of them out. First off, Fred Hall Direct Edition. Again, I told you guys why I love his channel. Great hauls. And I think me and him, there's a lot of books that we both like. Harley, Batman, X-Men, things like that. We both love those, and a lot of the same artists we also like. Like one of them that I just saw in his last video, he had one of Clayton Crane. I love Clayton Crane. It was one of the sensational Spider-Man books. I love his artwork. So that's another thing we have in common. The artists on stuff, things like that. Awesome stuff. Next, my buddy Boom Boom Comics. Hoping he can make it down to Heroes Con, and I can still make it down to Heroes Con, and we can hang out some. Boom Boom Comics, awesome guy. Him and his son's been doing some videos from his Lego Star Wars stuff. They are awesome. It's really cool to see, dad with his son, doing stuff. Again, that is so cool that Boom and Little Boom are doing stuff together. Awesome. Next, if you want to know what's out every week, check out my friend Comic Book Villain. My guy, he has the biggest comic hauls every week. And I've got a pretty decent comic book haul every week. He puts me to shame every week in books that I've never seen, never heard of. And I'm like, where do you find out these things? And obviously, Previews Magazine. If you just look at previews, you'll find some of these things. And, I've looked through previews before, and some of the stuff he gets, I'm like, I don't even know if that was in there. I guess it had to have been. I guess, and wow. Not this week's haul video, I think it was last week's. He had a leather-bound comic book, and I was like, a leather comic book. I never heard of that. And I was like, that is awesome. That is completely awesome. But again, if you want to know some stuff that comes out every week, check out my buddy Comic Book Villain. One of my friends, since pretty much I first started making videos, Funk Off. F-U-N-K, so y'all don't think I'm using any profanity. Funk Off. He's been into pop vinyls, still gets his pop vinyls. I still find some every once in a while. And also comic books, does awesome videos. Really good guy. I mean, he's one of my guys, man. When I see a video out of his, when I can have time to actually sit down and enjoy the video, boom, I'm there. Like, these guys here are actually the people that every time they make videos, I wait till I have time to sit down and enjoy them, because they make great videos. Well, at least videos that I love anyway. So next, Joker 68. This is one of my guys. He's been having a real hard time lately. Really love watching his videos. He's been real sick, and he does his best to make videos when he can. He's a great part of the comic book community. So many of the comic book channels, he'll take the time to watch and make comments on. And we know he doesn't feel real good, but doggone it, man, we always think about you, buddy. We always think about you, especially when when I have this book. I'm thinking about my buddy Joker 68. That's one of my guys, man. And definitely check out his channel. Really good guy. Definitely check out his channel. And let me say this about him too. Some of his Batman books, it brings a tear to my eye, because I don't have so many of the amazing books that he has. Tons of them are autographed by the artists and stuff. So awesome. So awesome. Keep it up, buddy. Keep it up, man. And last, but not even close to being least, because I mean, gosh, honestly, in all sincerity, I could have had a list of like 50 people on here. But Comic Crypt of Castle Hills. The Crypt. He is awesome. I loved his openings to his video. Hello, boys and ghouls. Awesome guy. Awesome guy. Welcome to the Comic Crypt. Awesome videos. Lots of great comic books. One of the things I really like about his videos, that like on some of them, he's got a background of comic books. I'm like, man, so many awesome comics. And I love them. Love seeing it. Love seeing he has like some weekly hauls. Awesome stuff as well. He's had showing some his toys from, way back in the 80s and stuff. I was like, gosh, I had some of those and I don't have them anymore. So frustrating. But Comic Crypt of Castle Hills, another awesome channel. Again, there's so many more out there, and some gosh, hopefully I actually will just try to do a strict shout out video coming up soon, because there's so many great ones out there. But again, my good friend Fred Hall Direct Edition. Definitely check out my buddy's channel. And I'm going to put a link down below of all these channels so you guys can check them out and enjoy some awesome comic book, pop vinyl, action figure, awesome goodness stuff. But that's all I got. And again, Fred, thank you guys for putting out a stutter. Thank you for putting out a contest, because, you know, I've been saying I need to do one for a long time now, and I still got to get around to doing that. But Fred, keep it up, my friend. Love watching your videos. You're the man. You're the man. But that's all I got. Check out these channels, and you guys have an incredible day.